An empire built on speed, discipline, and unity can change the course of history. In the early 13th century, a nomadic warrior from the harsh steppes of Central Asia united scattered tribes and created the largest land empire the world had ever seen, the Mongol Empire. Within a few decades, Mongol armies conquered vast territories stretching from China to Eastern Europe. Their swift cavalry, brilliant military strategies, and strong leadership made them one of the most feared forces in history. But how did a group of nomadic tribes build such an enormous empire? And why did it eventually decline and fragment? This is the incredible story of the rise and fall of the Mongol Empire. The Mongol Empire began with one remarkable leader, Genghis Khan. Originally born around 1162, Temujin grew up in a harsh environment on the Mongolian steppes. After his father's death, his family struggled to survive. Through determination, alliances, and military skill, Temujin gradually united the fragmented Mongol tribes. In 1206, he was proclaimed Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. Under his leadership, the Mongols developed a disciplined army, strict military organization, and powerful strategies that allowed them to defeat much larger and more established kingdoms. The success of the Mongol Empire was largely due to its extraordinary military system. Mongol soldiers were highly skilled horsemen who could ride long distances quickly while carrying bows, arrows, and swords. Their military strategies included rapid cavalry attacks, psychological warfare, intelligence gathering, and communication systems. Mongol armies were organized into disciplined units and used signal flags and drums to coordinate movements. This mobility allowed them to defeat powerful empires such as the Khwarezmian Empire and expand rapidly across Asia. Under Genghis Khan, the Mongols began conquering territories across Central Asia and China. They captured major cities and defeated powerful kingdoms. After Genghis Khan's death in 1227, his successors continued expanding the empire. Mongol armies invaded China, Persia, Russia, Eastern Europe, the Middle East. By the mid-13th century, the Mongol Empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, becoming the largest continuous land empire in history. At its peak, the Mongol Empire was divided into several regions ruled by descendants of Genghis Khan. One of the most important rulers was Kublai Khan, who established the Yuan dynasty in China. Kublai Khan ruled from the capital city of Beijing and governed a vast population. During this period, the Mongol Empire encouraged trade and communication across Eurasia. The famous Silk Road became safer, allowing merchants, travelers, and scholars to move between East and West. This exchange of goods and ideas connected civilizations across continents. Despite their reputation as fierce conquerors, the Mongols also promoted trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. They allowed religious tolerance and welcomed merchants from many regions. Travelers such as Marco Polo visited the Mongol court and described its wealth and organization. The empire also developed postal systems and communication networks that improved administration across vast territories. These innovations helped maintain control over a huge empire. Despite its enormous size, the Mongol Empire eventually began to fragment. Several factors contributed to its decline. The empire became too large to govern effectively. Internal conflicts between Mongol leaders, cultural differences among conquered regions, rebellions against Mongol rule over time. The empire divided into separate including the Golden Horde, the Ilkhanate, and the Yuan dynasty in China. These regions gradually became independent and weakened the unity of the Mongol Empire. By the late 14th century, many Mongol territories had fallen to local rulers. In China, the Yuan dynasty was overthrown in 1368 and replaced by the Ming dynasty. Other Mongol Khanates also gradually declined. Although Mongol political power faded, their influence continued across Asia and Europe. The Mongol Empire left a lasting impact on world history. It connected East and West through trade and communication, encouraged cultural exchange, and reshaped political boundaries across Eurasia. Even though the empire eventually collapsed, its legacy continues to influence global history. If you enjoyed this journey through the rise and fall of the Mongol Empire, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon for more fascinating history stories.